Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the two type of water, that is hard water and soft water. All of you have seen rainwater. Rainwater is almost pure water. Being a very good solvent, when it flows on the surface of the earth, it dissolves many salts in it. So, because of the presence of the salt in the water, on the basis of this, we can classify the water into two categories, that is hard water and soft water. So, first let us discuss about hard water. Hard water is a water which contains salts of calcium and magnesium ion. That is, the presence of calcium and magnesium salts in the form of hydrogen carbonate, chloride, sulfate in the water makes the water hard. So why the water is said to be hard? Because of the presence of some of the salts. Now which salts makes the hardness of the water? That is the calcium and magnesium salts like hydrogen carbonate, chloride and sulfate. So better make the formula, so then it will be clear that the combination of calcium ion and hydrogen carbonate and also with the magnesium, it results the salt, that is calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. So these are the bicarbonate salts of calcium and magnesium. And here next is the calcium chloride and magnesium chloride. These can also result in the hardness of the water. And the other salts like calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate, these can also result in the hardness of the water. So the water is said to be harder because of the presence of these salts, that is calcium and magnesium salts of bicarbonate, chloride and sulfate. So we have better made the formula here, that is calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate. So if these salts are present in the water, then the water is said to be hard water. Now, what happens when the salts are present in the water? Because of the presence of these salts in the water does not form lather with the soap. That is important. That water which is having these salts that causes the hardness of the water, and such water does not give lather to the soap with the soap. That means when you apply the soap with this water, will not be getting the lather very easily. But when we apply the soap with the water which is pure, which does not have these salts, will be getting more lather. So why it happens so? Because we can say that the hard water does not give lather with the soap, because it forms a scum with a soap, that this water when it is soap is applied, so it giving rise to a precipitate, or which is also called as scum. So because of this only, the soap which is applied to this water, it forms the scum or the precipitate instead of forming the lather. So that's why we can say that this water is not giving lather with the soap. So this reaction is important here. This reaction is sodium stearate, that is RCOONA. That is nothing but the soap. It is a form of a soap. And when it is applied to a water which having a calcium ion, that is because it is there in the salt calcium ion, so what it result in the formation of calcium stearate, that is RCOO twice Ca. So calcium stearate is forming the precipitate, or we can call it as a scum. So as a result of this one, instead of giving the lather, what is formed here? Scum or the precipitate is formed. So that's why the soap, when it is applied with the hard water, instead of giving the lather, it is giving the scum. So we can say that hard water does not gives lather with the soap because of this scum formation. So as it forms the precipitate or the scum with the soap, that's why a large quantity of soap is required during the washing. When we are washing the cloth or anything with the help of hard water and with the help with the soap. So at the time, because the precipitates are formed instead of giving the lather, so we require a large quantity of soap in order to wash that cloth, because it is giving the scum instead of giving the lather. So these 3 points are important points for the hard water. What is hard water? The water which contains the dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium ions are called as hard water, and it does not give lather with the soap, and large quantity of soap is required during the washing. So these 3 important point are there for hard water. So we have classified the water into 2 categories, that is hard water and soft water. So we have learned the properties or the important points related to hard water. So just we will compare the properties with soft water. As in the hard water, it contains dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium, but this water which does not contain such dissolved salts are called as soft water. So it's a definition for hard water and soft water. Hard water contains the dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium ion, but soft water does not contain such dissolved salts. That is, it does not contain salts of calcium and magnesium ion. It does not form lather with the soap, but it forms lather with the soap. So the large quantity of soap is required during the washing for the hard water, but here the soap is not at all wasted because it is giving much lather with the soft water. So these are the 3 points which distinguishes the hard water with the soft water. So let me ask a question here. If you are preferring a water for washing purpose, which water is to be preferred? Definitely you will choose the soft water for the washing because it gives much more lather with the soap, and the soap is not at all get wasted with the soft water. So the washing will be more easier when we are taking the soft water for the washing purpose instead of taking the hard water. Let us discuss the types of hardness. Here 2 types of hardness we have to discuss here, that is temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is caused by the presence of a dissolved bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium ion. Here we have discussed the hardness of the water is due to the some salts, that is the calcium and magnesium salts of that is bicarbonate, chlorides and sulfate. So just now we have discussed the salts which is causes the hardness, that is calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate and calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. So if the water is consisting of only these salts, that is bicarbonate salts of calcium and magnesium is only present in the water, then such type of hardness is called as temporary hardness, because such type of hardness can be removed easily with the help of boiling process. But if the hardness is due to the presence of these salts which cannot be removed by boiling, so such type of hardness is called as permanent hardness. So we have classified the 2 type of hardness, that is temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So we can define the temporary hardness, that a hardness which is caused by the presence of a bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium ion is called as temporary hardness, and the permanent hardness is caused by the presence of chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, that is the permanent hardness. Why it is called as temporary? Because we can remove this hardness very easily when we boil the water. That means temporary hardness can be removed by boiling, but we cannot remove the hardness of the water if there is a presence of calcium and magnesium salts like calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. By boiling, then that hardness is called as permanent hardness. Therefore, we can distinguish temporary and permanent hardness in this way. It is caused by the dissolved salts of bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium, and it is caused by the presence of chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. It can be removed by boiling, that is temporary hardness, but permanent hardness cannot be removed by boiling. So in the next video, we'll be discussing the methods of removing the hardness of the water. That will be discussing the next video. So this is all about the two type of water we have discussed here, that is hard water and soft water. So this is all about this video. Have a nice day.